remember you crying, but my shirt is soaking wet. It was never my intention to hurt you, and yours was not to cry, I bet. So where do we go from here? It's a life without you that I feel. How does one begin to let go of someone so dear? When I look outside, it's raining, the sun has given up.
Alright, so guys, user-friendly, the legendary user-friendly.
The legendary user-friendly.
We are at the
Archer.
Pub, and you play here quite a bit.
Well, we played here since 1996, around thereabouts.
1996. Well, I've known you for donkeys, son. I remember you back in the 80s, brother. So, you know, I know you've been knocking about for ages.
Yeah.
What I'd like you to do, Andy, is introduce the band for the camera. Tell us who we've got here.
I got standing there on drums for about a month. There's Tor Charlesworth, fantastic. Didn't learn any of the songs, just sat in and done the whole lot straight off the cuff. Brilliant.
Good girl.
Fantastic stuff. This is our one and only Tick Brown, lead guitar player. He's been, I don't know how old he is, no one will know, nobody knows. But
well, you used to play with Moses, didn't you, Tick?
I think he did.
That was when I was taking the tablets.
Yeah. No, you're, by the way, Paul Kossoff's guitar, saw that, brother.
Yeah.
Saw that, brother.
This is on bass, Paul Lewis. He's joined us last 3 years.
Yep, no Paul.
Brought the band on leaps and bounds since he's joined as well, I must say.
Good.
Jimmy, keyboards, lead guitar, used to play the comb and tracing paper, but that's dropped out of his armoury at the moment.
And Star Trek captain.
And Star Trek captain, yeah.
Wow, that's a low blow. I think that's a low blow, isn't it? We didn't.
He doubles as our musical director. Anything that goes wrong, he gets the blame for. Anything that goes right, I take the credit.
Let's talk about the biggest venue you've played. What's your, you know, if you were trying to impress the camera over there, what would you tell them about, you know, the biggest venue you've done?
I played with Jimmy, supporting Simple Minds at Bedgebury in front of 5,000 people.
Yeah, that's pretty big, Muzz.
Yeah. And user-friendly play, and we're playing with the Blockheads this September.
Wow.
At Elam Valley for the Rejects Motorcycle Club.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the Dover Music Festival. You're on the main stage at the Dover Music Festival.
Yeah, looking forward to it very much.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's really buzzed about that. I mean, how do you feel about it? Do you think it's going to be a good thing for the town? I mean, what are your thoughts?
Going on past experiences with the Dock Rock, which was very well supported. That was on all through the day thing. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good success.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it will be.
Yeah.
Let's
yeah. Diversity in the town. Oh, well, the diversity in the town, the music. You know, Dover's got so much diverse, you know, music going on all over the town.
There are a lot of musicians here, aren't there? It's quite surprising for Dover. Yeah. You know, I think the music sort of, the calibre of music, I would say, is pretty high. And we've got some youngsters coming through, you know, I include Tor in that. Yeah. We're seeing some youngsters coming up sort of taking the reins. Do you agree with that?
I am, yeah.
I guess you're the oldest of that group.
I'm coming up through, yeah. I'm on the way back down.
How many guitars you got?
I guess about maybe a dozen.
A dozen? That's about standard. I was expecting an attic full of things dating back to Django Reinhardt. That's what I was expecting.
No, you see those guitars on Facebook? Yeah. But they don't hang, a lot of them don't hang about too long. They'll sort of do it in and out, 2 or 3 a year and 2 or 3 a year go.
So what are you playing at the moment?
I'm playing guitar.
Let's talk a little bit about bass guitar, Paul. What are you playing? What's your instrument?
It's got 4 strings. Yeah. Sounds deep. Really deep. I just play one note usually, all the way through most songs.
One that's kind of common to most of the bars.
Yeah, well, B flat, I think. Yeah, me and Jim have always had a little bit of a sort of gentleman's disagreement about how loud I am.
Yeah.
Because I think the bass is by far the most important instrument in the entire band.
I
actually agree with that.
Yeah?
What?
Well, you're talking about the rhythm section being kind of key to the groove.
I actually disagree with that.
Well, lead guitarist, I mean, have you got some kind of platform, or are you actually standing on the ground tonight?
I am actually this tall.
Guitar riff.
Have you got any stuff that the punters can buy? Have you got anything?
We have got some CDs. I don't know if there's any available tonight.
They're very reasonably priced CDs.
Reasonably priced, so we can get material, we can buy stuff from you guys.
We've got an album out, 9-track album, and a 4-track EP. Yeah, it's all very cheap. If you want to come and see us, we're not nigh on giving away.
You're definitely going to cut this, but you should buy it. Definitely buy it. Yeah,
you should
very
buy it.
cheap.
I mean, look at what the poor buggers are wearing. You should definitely buy their music.
I'll one for you, mate.
User friendly, solid as rock. Right, we're at the Priory Hotel in Dover, and with the band So What.
So What?
Good evening, guys. You're about to do a gig.
We are.
Yeah, I've heard the sound check, sounding very good. Now, your first test is this. You're at the Dover Music Festival in July. I need you to tell me what time, date and stage you're playing at, please.
Oh, that's easy. Pencester Gardens on the Stembrook stage at 2:45, I think.
At 2:45.
Thereabouts.
And how have you got this inside knowledge, Nick Charlesworth?
I happen to be on the committee. Otherwise, I wouldn't know.
I would say Saved by the Bell, but that has connotations. So, Nick, I'm assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, who's the founder of the band? Who founded the band?
Good question. I suppose I sort of did, yes.
Yeah.
I played with Pete in a band called Final Cut.
Yeah.
And I used to work with Simon, and we did some stuff together, just jamming at work.
Yeah.
And Tori's my daughter, so she has to play drums.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of Tor in these interviews.
No, we haven't, have we?
She's the only bloody drummer in Dover, or is it the best drummer? What is it, Tor? Only or best? Or best, obviously, of course.
So Pete and I had been playing in a band called Final Cut, and that came to an end, and so we just thought that we'd get something together, so we did. Initially with Colin Hines on guitar, which was great, with a band called Up Yours.
Yeah.
Up Yours? Up Yours. Up Yours, yeah, we like names like that, apparently, so it seems. And we are now So What with Simon on guitar.
So what inspired you to play music? Well, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I've been playing the guitar since I was at primary school,
Yeah.
150 years ago.
Yeah.
And was in a band during my teenage years.
Yeah.
That sort of fizzled out when I was about 16. And I've not done anything since. So I used to work with Nick. We used to do a few things after work, jam and that sort of thing. Always kept in touch. And then the call came, or the email came to say, would you be interested in playing in a band?
If you can keep this half bottle of vodka down your inn, was it one of those?
Yeah.
Proper rock and roll then, I like that. Yeah, excellent. What about you, Pete? I mean, known you for a while. I mean,
I've sort of been playing in bands for absolute years.
Yeah.
Played in London since I was about 23. Played with Eddie Reader at a fairground attraction before she was ever famous.
What a great voice.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Did Bath Festival and a few other places.
Yeah.
And then I sort of got a pub band together and a club band and played for about 30 years. Moved down here in 2000 and packed it in. I didn't pick up the guitar for 10 years. And I thought, as I'm getting older and older and older, I better start again before I'm too old to do it. So picked up the guitar, got into a band called Final Cut, and that's where I met Nick. And soon we're going to start putting some original stuff in as well, which will be nice. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, good. And then you haven't got any original stuff yet?
Well, we've got a few in the pipeline. I mean, I've got 2 or 3 that the band have listened to, and Nick's got 2 or 3. So yeah, we have got it. We just haven't started working.
Saving them up for the Dover Music Festival.
Excellent.
Hello.
And is this your in the ratings? Because I've spoken to you now about in quite a few bands. Where does this band score? Is this your main band? You know.
At the moment, it is in terms of gigging. Yeah. The others have. So this one's got the most gigs with at the minute.
Well, that's always good to hear, boys. Yeah, that's always good to hear, most gigs. And you've done a lot of the circuit as well, haven't you? I mean, how far afield have you gone? Where's the furthest gig you've done?
Ramsgate, yeah.
Ramsgate.
Ramsghetto.
Well, you know, for Dovorians, that's quite far. Isn't it?
20 minutes in the car.
And I notice they're always inland, you know, because we hit that watery bit, don't we, if we try to go that way? Yeah.
I've got a gig in Calais.
A gig in Calais. Do you know what? There should be a race on for that, shouldn't there? One of the local bands should be playing abroad, I think.
Absolutely.
That's a great little
international
challenge.
tour. Calais and then
Dover
Malloy.
Dover Music Scene Challenge, I think that should be. We're here at the Eagle Tavern. I've got Jake Clapson with me of Deepwater Horizon. Jake, let's talk a little bit about your roots. How did you start playing?
I started playing piano and guitar when I was younger, probably because of my granddad, who was in a local sort of Kent band back in the 60s, the Gremlins. So he sort of got me into it. I had a guitar teacher, Bart Osborne. And, they set up the LA Music Club.
Yeah, Louis Armstrong Music Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd kind of got thrown into singing for my friend's band when I was 16.
Right.
And haven't stopped since then, really.
And I think it's important to name check your granddad. It's the very legendary Eddie Clapson, who we'll know, love and miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, when did you start with Deepwater? Because I remember you at an open stage at the Boar's Head, but it wasn't Deepwater then, was it? But I think it might have been the beginnings.
We had a few different names. I first started when I was 16 with a band called Phallus, who was swiftly forced to change their name to Fallacy.
Okay. Yeah.
With Ben, who's the bass player in Deepwater Horizon. He used to play keys for us. We were together about 2 years, and I basically had a Christmas Eve gig to cover, and we had to throw a band together, and Deepwater Horizon was sort of born from there. I'd met Tor through the LA Music Club. I played Doc Rock with her. I knew Dan from school, and Ben knew Dan.
Well, let's get their full names out for the tape, shall we? So we've got, what's Ben's full name?
Ben Ginger Royston.
Ben Ginger Royston.
Yeah.
He's a very talented lad.
Very annoyingly so.
Annoyingly. He plays many instruments.
Yeah, apart from drums. Can't play drums to save his life.
Good, I'm glad. You can't stand two talented people, can you? And you got Victoria Charlesworth.
Yeah,
on
Victoria Charlesworth.
Victoria Charlesworth.
Yeah, she's our drummer. And Dan Leggett.
Daniel Leggett.
Yeah, the one and only.
Very, very good guitarist.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
I mean, I've seen you guys perform, and it's quite a big sound that you guys get out with a few members of the band, and it's.
Dan likes his gadgets. I mean, you see his pedal board looks like the Starship Enterprise most of the time.
And he builds his own pedals.
Builds his own pedals. Yeah, does also. He's got too much time on his hands, I think.
But we do reap the rewards.
Yeah,
you know, because there is an interesting sound you guys make.
Yeah.
And how would you describe your music? What influences you guys?
I think if you asked us all that, we'd all say different things, which I think that's what makes us what we are in a way. We've never tried to do songs that every band goes out and plays. We, in a way, like to play the songs that we play and make people like them.
Yeah.
But yeah, we try and do something different.
All right, Tor, where are we?
We're in the Archer at Whitfield Lane.
And you're playing tonight with User Friendly.
I am.
User Friendly.
Yes.
But what I want to talk to you about is Deepwater Horizon, who are playing at the music festival.
Yes.
Right. So, how long have you been with Deepwater Horizon?
I've been there for about 2 years.
2 years.
Yes.
How can you have been there? How old are you?
How old was I?
No, how old are you now?
I'm 25, believe it or not. Yeah.
You look like younger than that.
Yes, I do.
So how long have you been playing the drums?
Since I was 13, so this is my 12th year.
12 years?
12 years.
12 years.
Yes.
And do you have a certain type of music that you like to play? I mean, how did you get in with Deep Waters? Was that by accident or design?
Pretty much by accident. Yeah. It was the Doc Rock many years ago where I helped out and played a bit of drums, and then Jake was in a band, and it wasn't called Deepwater Horizon then.
Phallus, wasn't it?
Fallacy, that's it.
Fallacy.
Yes,
yeah.
with a Y.
Yeah.
And so their drummer left for whatever reason, and they had a gig at the Priory on a New Year's Eve, and I stepped in, did it, and then they was like, oh, we might as well just have this lineup now.
Yeah,
and then that was that.
And you get about a bit, didn't you? Because you're probably one of the busiest drummers I know in the Dover scene.
Yeah.
Because you've dept with our band.
Yeah, play with you, yeah.
Yeah, and you're playing with User
These,
Friendly. How many other bands do you play with?
Electric Tortoise, do a bit for, which is fun.
Tortoise, yeah.
My dad's band, So What, which
Yeah.
I'm playing, do that. So that's like 4.
So
my own band.
At the festival, are you ever off the stage?
No. I might as well just stick myself to my drum seat and just sit there all day.
That's quite a session you're going to be doing. Then. That's quite an afternoon.
I don't mind.
No.
It'll be fun, yeah.
And I must say, you've got one of the best-looking kits, I think, as well. Tell us a little bit about your instrument. What is that?
That's an SJC custom drum kit.
Yeah.
It's a very big bass drum. 24-inch bass drum.
Yeah.
I can fit in the drum bag of that if I'm ever desperate for sleep and accommodation.
Excellent. I like that.
And I put little LED lights on it just to give it a little bit of, I don't know, because it gets a bit dark back there sometimes.
Yeah.
So and I got a little smiley face in my drum
changes
kit and my snare,
colours.
and it changes colours. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do try and make it a little bit showy, really.
So what, if you had the choice, let's talk about your music taste for a bit.
Right. Yeah.
If you had the choice, what sort of music would you play? What sort of music do you enjoy listening to?
I don't know if I should admit it.
Gotta be honest.
I love playing along to stuff like Lady Gaga
and
One Direction. I'd love like the live stuff when they play live. The drummer's always spot on. I love that sort of thing. So a lot of pop, hip hop, and then rock every now and again. But because I've been playing that for so many years, I kind of it takes a back seat because that's what I play when I'm gigging.
So it's quite a wide taste.
Yeah. I love everything.
And which drummers do you admire? Have you got any favourites?
I love it's everyone's favourite pretty much. But the Blink-182 drummer Travis Barker, I love.
Okay.
He pretty much inspired me to get on the drums. But there's Lady Gaga's drummer Spanky. Like I said, One Direction. Josh, he's great. There's so many. Aaron Spears.
Yeah.
A lot of gospel. I love the gospel technique and drumming.
Yeah, the gospel drumming is superb, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've seen a bit of that going on.
Competing with that is difficult.
The feel is fantastic.
Yeah.